matter where you look.
Because if the
You
camera's
just
facing
don't
you,
even worry about that.
I'm not looking.
That's
Just having a
okay.
conversation
Tamara,
with us.
Okay, we're having
Tamara
a
already told me I need to brush my hair.
Oh, come on, don't do that on air. Don't tell everybody how bossy I am.
Well,
No, actually, you know what? It's funny because I was in class last night and somebody told me I need to brush my hair in class. You're the second person in 24 hours.
I've seen you on our show before, and I think, I really should mention something. It's like my job to fix everything.
well.
Okay,
Us
you're bossy,
Virgos,
Tamara.
right?
You're
I
bossy.
forgot you're a Virgo, too.
Yeah.
That's
That
right.
means you're bossy?
No,
That means we know everything better than everyone else.
we keep looking constantly, not seeing the perfection in things and wanting to fix it.
Oh
And
my
we're-
God, I'm surrounded
want
by
to see-
Virgos.
If you want
more-
to see it done right, get a Virgo.
Get a
to do
Virgo
it.
to do it, that's right. Because they pay attention to details.
That's
Okay.
right. It's
Like
a
taking
curse.
this off the table,
It's horrible, horrible.
No, it's a gift.
Yeah, I know, but it's hard. Especially for
It's
a guy.
not-
Especially for a guy. I'm just saying.
Oh, well, there's some
Just
things
saying.
well, as you like.
Okay.
As you like it.
It's about perspective.
Right. Why are we here?
Okay, yeah, why are we here today?
It's a good question. I'm glad you asked.
See, she's already taking over.
I
Good.
know.
Well, let's get to it.
Somebody said I'm so bossy. I said, no, I'm in charge. It's in
Again,
charge.
perspective.
There you go. It is a matter of perspective.
Isn't it?
Hang on a second. Just look at this image. You have a diamond. Let's say we have a diamond, a big diamond, and it's got all these facets. The whole diamond itself is brilliant.
Yes, yes.
But it depends on which side of the diamond you're sitting on as to the perspective you see of the,
Absolutely.
the thing. So,
Absolutely.
what's your perspective?
On what?
It doesn't.
I'll tell you why I
I need
came.
a camera, then you can see what it is.
Okay, I'll tell you why I came.
Okay.
I wanted to tell people about a workshop I'm doing on the 10th of March. Okay? And it's about relationships. Okay? It's rebirthing, but our focus on that day is about relationships, how they work, why they don't work, and realizing that there are some thoughts that we have that absolutely predominate our whole existence. And whether it's conscious or unconscious, and the whole idea is to bring it to consciousness and integrate it so it doesn't pull you anymore.
I love what you, the title you gave it.
Yeah.
Relationships, which are what relations are supposed to be. They're supposed to be about elation.
That's right. You know what it's like when you first get into a relationship.
The honeymoon phase, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
And
then-
then it just tanks.
No, it doesn't tank.
It did for her.
Well, hang on a second. Hang on a minute.
That's why I pulled the bad cards.
Okay, no, it's not a bad.
That's why it's going to take 20 months for me to find my twin flame
Okay, now
from
listen.
another show.
Now listen. The thing to do is to keep your own flame going. And whatever you project, it's like a boomerang. You know, relationships are
Yes.
like boomerangs. What you put out kind of comes back to you. And it's either for growth or for learning. Right? Okay, now let's have your wise words.
I was just going to make some smart-ass comments.
I know. That's why I jumped in so quickly.
See, she got you. She got you, Hugh.
I'm good at what I do.
You are very good at what you
Okay.
do.
So, you know,
So, no, they're not so
so when you go on honeymoon, everything is so wonderful, and you're at the beach, and you're walking along the beach, and it kind of fulfills all of this, and you have lots of time for intimacy. Intimacy.
Oh, my God. Intimacy.
It's a play on words.
Oh, wow. Intimacy. See, that's what your card said.
What?
When you pulled your card. It's more about receiving, right?
Did you write down exactly what it
Intimacy.
said?
Well, I had two different cards.
Okay, all right, never mind.
They all
that.
had to do with sex. That's all I know.
It's the interpretation.
Sure.
Okay,
Yeah.
ask any
Okay.
man to interpret those cards, Tamara. Okay, and it's SEX.
QED. QED. I can't argue with that.
QED.
Yeah, you know when you do a math equation and you have to do QED, it's a Latin term, and I can't, like it's proven. I've just
okay.
proved it for you.
Okay, okay, wow, okay.
So let me just talk about this honeymoon thing.
Okay.
You know, you say, oh, after honeymoon, it's all over. Well, what happens is that you've established this relationship with this wonderful soulmate, twin flame, beloved, and it's juicy and it's lovely. And then the reality steps in when you start trying to see if that person will still love you with all the stuff that you've been hiding.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
Will he still love me if if there's a smell in the bathroom? You know the story about that.
No.
Men fart and women get bad breath because they're too embarrassed to fart. I'll leave it at that.
Interesting.
Yes, I know.
QED.
QED. No, the thing with relationships is that people need to have tools for themselves to work out issues, as well as tools to work out issues with the partner, hoping that the partner will also do their personal work. And then when people come together, they have the vocabulary. When you do this, what happens for me is I feel uncomfortable, or it irritates me, or it reminds me of my father, or that's what my mother used to do. Most people don't have those words. I have so many people that come to see me on a one-to-one basis where the relationships are dysfunctional, but they just continue it ongoing because they don't have the tools to fix it.
Do they even have the tools to know that it's dysfunctional? They might not even recognize that.
The thing that gets them to their awareness is the pain.
Oh, okay. Okay.
No
Yeah.
pain, no
pain.
gain.
And so when there is emotional pain, it gets buried until it manifests itself in physical pain. Once you've got physical pain, then you can really do something about it. But I think that in this day and age, people are becoming more educated to say, look, they're able to identify more emotional pain. But they can identify it, but they don't always know where to go to help resolve it. And the work that I do more often than not goes beyond the rational mind.
Yeah.
Right. So I've
Yes.
had a rebirthing too.
Yes, you
sessions
have.
with
You
Tamara,
have.
and they
You
were
have.
awesome. And so is there rebirthing involved in
This workshop?
Oh,
workshop?
absolutely.
So do you want to just tell people, because there's probably some people going, I don't know what rebirthing
Oh,
is. Do you
rebirthing.
wanna
A
just
lot
say-
of people think that it's some kind of
Born again?
religious thing. Yes, in fact, you are born again, but to yourself. It has nothing to do with any kind of religion. It does, however, have to do with you getting more in touch with yourself. And it's the awareness, it's the relaxation and the breathing. And people, people don't need to know anything about this to be able to come and benefit. It's very safe. People feel quite relaxed. They feel free to talk because I really create a very safe place.
Is this something that somebody should come with their partner, or can you be by yourself?
Both.
Okay.
You come on your own or you come with your partner.
Okay.
In the past, I've actually worked with partners,
Okay.
but individually first, because you come to a relationship with stuff. So if they each sort their stuff out and then come together, it's very beautiful.
Well, that makes sense, because I was going to ask you too. I think there's, because at first I was thinking, oh, do you have to come with your partner?
No.
And then I was thinking, because here's, the woman says, this is great, let's go to the seminar. And the guys go, no bloody way. Or
Yeah.
vice versa.
Yeah, I know. It happens a lot.
So it's hard to get both people on the same page, even in terms of
It's true.
addressing whatever issues
Yeah.
the relationship might have.
And what happens very often is that when one partner, what I call, starts waking up and the other partner resists change, the waking up partner has difficulty relating to this person who remains behind. Because if there's an agreement in a relationship to both grow, you can grow, in different ways. Some can do it through physical movement, others can do it with psychotherapy, whatever. But when partners come and do this kind of work together, it's phenomenal.
So Tamara, what's going on with, this is a big question.
Yes.
Okay? What's going on with relationships, marriage, after, throughout history, the families had,
There's
I don't know,
change.
Yeah, what's going on with relationships?
Well, I don't know. You know,
Are people better relating or worse relating?
better and worse?
Oh, okay.
Better and worse. Most people really are mainly in denial about what relationships are about. I'm going to give you an example. I had a client a couple years ago, lovely woman, super husband, and from time to time she'd go on little trips with her girlfriends. And it wasn't with girlfriends, it was with boyfriends. And she'd,
Shocking.
no, that was, and I said to her, does your husband know? And she said no. And I said to her, you know what happens when you do that kind of thing? You are dissipating the energy that you could have with your primary partner. And I said, and everybody you go to bed with, you go to bed with their whole history,
Yeah.
as AIDS has proven. And she said it made such a profound difference in her that she stopped doing that kind of thing, and her relationship with her husband has escalated to
Wow.
magnificent.
But what about her relationships with her boyfriends?
Well, you know, they came and went.
Okay, did she fess up?
She didn't need to.
Okay.
She fessed up to herself.
Okay.
And whatever whatever happened was in the past, and she worked on the relationship that was her primary one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very, very interesting.
No, Tamara, you know, you had me all excited that we were going to talk about immortality. You know, it's
We
one of my big
always
topics.
liked it.
And I forgot, I don't know where my rings are. They
I
feel
was
missing
won-
today.
I was wondering, you know, Leonard Orr, who's, considers himself, he's written a book about, more than one book about physical immortality, says it takes a moment to decide to become immortal and a lifetime to sustain it.
That's
Well,
sounds
you
about
know,
right.
that's the key to this. The other thing is that he talks about other people's energy, how you process other people's energy, and energy pollution. So,
Energy pollution.
sure. How do you know where your energy field is? Do you know how far your energy field is? This is what I do in my
think it
workshop.
works- I think it's different for different people, is it not?
Exactly, and it depends on where your thought is, because we know that thought is creative.
Right. Correct.
So depending on where you're, it's like the ocean. It comes, it goes, it expands, it contracts. And I demonstrate this in the workshop to show people that what they think about either expands or contracts them
based on love or fear, correct?
based on their thought,
Right. But if
Okay.
it's a loving thought or a negative thought.
not necessarily.
Okay.
Just on what they're thinking.
Okay.
And possibly it could be a loving thought or a negative thought, but
Okay.
they get the experience
Okay.
of actually, I do it with dowsing rods, it
Okay.
measures energy.
Okay.
And that's really exciting because all of a sudden people start to realize that what they think counts. And so one of the exercises that I encourage people to do is to spend 5 to 10 minutes every morning, uninterrupted, just taking 20 connected breaths and then just writing down every thought that occurs to you. This is going to be a gorgeous day. It's very cold in this room. I don't know what the hell I'm doing, this stupid
While they're
exercise.
breathing?
Well, 20 connected breaths only takes 30 seconds. That's one of the exercises I teach in the workshop. It takes 30 seconds to do that particular exercise. And that exercise people do every day if they do their homework. And it can change your life profoundly doing just 30 seconds of that particular exercise.
And I will vouch for that.
You will.
I have.
Good.
He's a
Top
good
marks,
student.
top marks. So you write down all your thoughts, okay? And then after a certain amount of time, you stop. And you take a red pen and you go back to see where any negative thinking is. This room is too cold. You circle that. And then you go on and you see, I wonder if this is going to be as good as a lousy day yesterday. Circle that. And then you go back to it and you take it and you turn it around in your mind. This room is chilly, but it gives me an opportunity to feel stimulated. So you learn to take whatever's coming around and see where the benefit is. You keep looking for benefits. I call it benefit mining. Okay, that's nice.
It is
So that workshop is the only one that I've got planned for the moment. And there is, I don't like to say there's a limited number of people that can come, but the room holds X number of people. It's beautiful space, clean, clear space.
Where?
It's on Prince Arthur.
Oh, fabulous neighborhood.
Yeah, it's nice. It's a very lovely room in a lovely clinic. It's just north of Bloor between Huron and St. George.
It's called the, how do you say this name?
Shaolin.
Shaolin Center. X-I-A-O-L.
Shaolin. No, you don't need to give them that because they'll find it all on my website.
Oh, okay.
Which
It's all on my
is?
website.
Tamara?
It's www.Tamara Penn, TAMARAPENN.com. And if people go to my events thing and go to March the 10th, all the details are on that.
Fabulous.
What does it say on the flyer that catches your eye?
Well, the picture of the hand cradling, the heart-shaped hand cradling the baby feet are stunning to me. And the other thing that catches is the relationships. So the very first things, right?
There you go.
Well,
And
yeah.
I'm going to be I've already said it, but I'm a testimonial for you tomorrow because
Thank you very
I thoroughly
much.
Benefited
Well,
from both of my
you know what?
sessions with you.
I have yet to meet people who don't benefit from this work, whether they're aware of it or not.
Learn how to flood your body with divine energy. Connect with yourself profoundly.
And how do you spell the self?
With the capital S.
Okay, so that's your deepest self.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and people come to awarenesses that they can work with. You know, sometimes, as I said, it goes beyond the rational mind. But you get the sense of, most people after a rebirth session have a sense of deep peace. Many feel in bliss. Can
That's
you
true. That's how I felt.
And how did you feel when you came? You were nervous?
Well,
you knew
I
me.
wasn't that nervous because I knew
Not
you.
that nervous, of course not.
So I wasn't really nervous, but
Just
a little
a little bit.
apprehensive.
Okay.
Just a little bit of, I don't know what's going to happen
Yeah.
here because I really didn't know what was going to happen.
Nobody knows.
Right?
Nobody knows.
And you've got a fabulous little
Healing room.
operation.
Yeah.
The healing room with so many great things in there.
All my hokey pokey stuff.
All
you
that
know.
stuff. It's totally
Where is
awesome.
this healing room?
It's at
people-
Tamara's place.
It's in my office.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
in
and-
Forest Hill. Fabulous Forest Hill.
Well, you know, over the years, I've been doing this work for 33 years.
Wow.
Over the years, you know, I've accumulated, I've done so many workshops and seminars, and from each one, I've managed to take a gem, a little nugget, and as needed, you know, I'm an urban shaman.
Somebody has to be.
Somebody has to do it, you know.
well put.
Somebody
Somebody has to be.
somebody has to do that.
What's an urban shaman versus a, I don't know, non-urban shaman? I don't know.
It doesn't really matter. You know, I've had people that call themselves all sorts of fancy names. What's really important is that you do the work.
Yeah.
You know, help people to shift, help people to become aware, help them to love themselves more. Because the more people love themselves, the more they're able to change what's going on the planet. You know?
Okay.
Yeah. Are we
Right.
done?
Well, unless you got something profound that you want to lay
Oh,
on
I've got
us.
some, I've always got profound
Because-
stuff. You know me.
We
I'm-
should just leave people with the idea, too. You've got some insights into how to achieve physical immortality as well, right?
Oh, there's a wonderful, I'm telling you, there's a wonderful Australian medical doctor who's just written a book. I forwarded you the information about her.
I've got it somewhere in my archive.
What's
You
the book
just-
called? Do
I
you know?
can't remember.
Anyway, just call
You know,
tomorrow.
I know where
Tomorrow-
to find it.
Yeah.
I'm a mine of useful information.
Okay, TamaraPenn.com.
Benefit mining.
Okay, just to let people know
Yeah.
that at the end of May, beginning of June, there is a 9-day retreat in California called Return to the Sacred with Leonard Orr. And my intention at this point is to go and be a team leader. And he works with the elements of earth, air, fire, water, and mind, of course. And it's a very profound retreat. There's another retreat happening in July in Iceland with Sandra Ray and her partner Mark. And that's in the Blue Lagoon healing waters. There'll be water rebirthing. So I'm just letting everybody know, and if they're interested, they are welcome to call me about it.
I just heard that Iceland Air is free stopovers in Iceland if on your way to Europe. So people could plan a European trip and stop in Iceland and live forever. All they have to do is call you.
Increasing health and youthfulness.
Exactly. That's
There
how
we
it
go.
starts.
Yeah.
Well, it's very good for preserving the skin.
Okay.
It's so cold.
Yes,
Absolutely.
and more. Okay. So thank you, Tamara, as
Thank you.
always, for doing
Thank
this
you,
today.
Tamara.
But I got a video now, actually.
Okay.
Might be related. Apparently, there's energy cloud that's hitting the Earth. It's changing our DNA. I've got a video about that.
I'd be interested to see
Your
that.
Well, we're gonna
comments
watch it
change
right
our
now.
DNA, Hugh.
I know. Everything changes.
I
don't
hate to
have
say
DNA,
this
but-
because I don't have empirical evidence, but rebirthing does change
Yes,
DNA.
I have no doubt that it does.
It really does.
It's important to change DNA.
I've seen lots of miracles. I was in Hopi Land with Leonard Orr, and there was one of the elders there. And when we came there, he looked at Leonard. He said, "You saved my life." And Leonard said, "Oh," he says, "Yes, you were here, and I was dying of cancer." He said, "And I had that session with you, and I don't have cancer anymore." This is a story I heard.
See, I believe it, Tamara.
Yeah.
But anyway, we're going to watch this video now. But Tamara, thanks for doing this, and of course, people can get in touch with you at tamarapenn.com.
Absolutely.
Okay.
And they
Good
can.
luck,
And my email is breathe, BREATHE @tamarapenn.com.
Okay. All right,
All
Tamara.
right.
Thank you. Okay, we're
Thank
going to watch this
you.
video now about energy and DNA. We're going to come back with Karen Grant, author of $1 Million Image, as Liquid Lunch hits the home stretch. We'll be right back.